Hello guys, today I want to talk specifically to my service-based business owners, my coaches, my consultants, my social media managers, those folks, because I've seen a question pop up a lot recently in all of the chaos that is the internet right now. Should I still sell my services during this crisis? And I know some people are going to feel very passionately one way or another. If you want to leave me a hate comment, go ahead and leave me a hate comment. That's totally fine. It's fine. I understand. But I want to share my perspective. And honestly, I will say that I've kind of evolved in my perspective over the past week or so as well, as I talked to some of my coaches, as I researched a little bit more, and as I really kind of sat and felt my feelings, and also talked to my clients and got an understanding for where they were at too. Okay, so my short answer is yes, you should still sell. You don't need to close the doors to your business. Online business, that's why we have an online business, is because we can sell without having to pay rent, without having to have physical customers walk through the door. So yeah, you should still sell, but that comes with a caveat. And I talked about a lot of crisis management, crisis comms tips in my membership group. So that's always linked down below. You don't have to join it by any means, but I did do a more in-depth video in there about this. But it's about tone, right? It's about what you're saying and how you're saying it. I have unsubscribed from some coaches that I was, subscribed to their email list or whatever, or followed them on social, that have pulled the whole, the world is ending, you better start a business today kind of thing. Not okay. Very insensitive. I've unsubscribed from some people who try to guilt trip me into buying their services. I feel for people. I'm supporting people. I'm donating often to different organizations, and I'm trying to support local businesses as much as I can. But I don't like feeling like I am being forced into doing that. And it's like a life or death situation that I do that. And I've gotten a lot of emails basically saying support me now or I'm not going to survive. And that rubs me the wrong way, especially if I know that you're sending that to a list of 20,000 people, because yeah, that could be a big launch for you essentially. And I think some people are trying to capitalize on that. So no, don't sell that way. Sell intentionally. And also read the room. So I definitely went through a period of pausing the promotional posts, especially after certain flashpoints and there's certain news that comes out that let's push pause on this for a second, but not forever. The thing is, selling should be more about service than about sales, right? When I walk into a virtual room, whether that's my Instagram stories or a Facebook ad or my Facebook group or my membership community or this YouTube channel, I do not think dollar signs. I think about, I am going to produce content that these folks out here need. Hopefully this content will resonate with them. It will inspire them. It will motivate them. It will come to them at the right time. And one, entertain them, number one. But two, a handful of those people, probably a small handful of those people, will be inspired to take action and to book a call with me, to get to know me, to see how I can help them directly, or to take a course, or to join my paid group or something like that. I need to make $1 million off this video. That's not what I think. I approach sales from a service-based perspective first. I want to help first, and in return, if you feel called to, you'll want to work with me. It's also important to understand your value in this, because I know that my clients, my coaching clients, all my clients, but specifically regarding coaching, I know that my coaching clients see results. I know that they launch businesses, they quit their jobs and they live their daydreams. They launch products, they sign on higher ticket clients than they ever expected that they would be able to. They get compliments and feedback from their clients that's positive. They do amazing things when they work with me. I know that because I've seen that. That's not a humble brag. That's just the results that I have seen and that I've helped my brilliant, amazing clients that they do. And because of that, I don't feel like when I'm saying, hey guys, I have this membership community that's $10 a month and that gives you access to a lot of my coaching alum and amazing smart people, I don't feel guilty for saying that, because I know that it is worth at least $10. It's probably worth a lot more. I know that when I have a call with somebody who reaches out to me and they say, hey, I'm interested in working with you for coaching, I don't feel guilty for giving that number out and for explaining how that process works because I know that it's going to help them. And I think that's what we all need to keep in mind here is whether it's coaching, whether it's a course, whether it's, social media services. Do you know that you're good at what you do? Do you really feel like you can help? Because there's huge opportunity. If you watch my last video, there are so many businesses out there who are struggling and they're considering shutting their doors, but they don't even have a link in their Instagram bio, or I can't figure out how to place an online order with them. They need a consultant. They need like a digital person who can help them with that stuff. I know so many e-commerce businesses who are worried that sales are going to be down, but they're not even tracking their links. They need a marketing person. They need a Facebook ads person. So if you truly believe in what you do, you shouldn't be feeling guilty about what you're selling, if that makes sense. If you feel guilty about what you're selling and if you feel like you're being pushy, that's probably a sign that maybe like you're not, doing what you say you can do, and you need to go back to the drawing board and see if that offer is the right offer for you to be providing, or if you need to invest in some training or some coaching of your own to help build up your confidence or build up your skills. In the beginning, I definitely felt like that a lot, and one thing that really helped me was just writing down like case studies and taking a look at accounts that I've transformed and taking a look at, people that I've worked with and being like writing down all of their accomplishments and being like, oh my gosh, like I did really help them, asking for testimonials and hearing it in their own words. Cause sometimes we could be like, if you're anything like me, I can always do better, right? Like every project I do, I'm like, oh, I should have done this one extra thing. Or like, every coaching client I work with, oh, I forgot to tell her this. There's always going to be that because we're those kinds of people where we always want to continue being our best selves and making our best work. But hearing it from other people or really looking at the numbers and the stats, sometimes that can help ground me and realize, okay, you could have done more because you always can, but you did a whole lot. And what you did is worth the amount of money that you're asking for people in return. So I feel like this was like such a woo-woo video. I never do videos like this. But I think it's really important to continue what you're doing, be mindful, read the room. If a bunch of people in your country just died, maybe don't post like a very cheerful, like, ooh, like buy my program. Like, if a big economic problem just happened, maybe don't do that, but meet people where they are. Come to things from a place of service. So see how you can serve people. Another thing that I've done recently, and if you didn't know, I'm offering my signature course at a super low price. It's pay what you want, starting from $15. So super affordable. The course is normally $40 more than that. So it's a really affordable course. And that for me isn't like a huge money making thing. Like I'm not like, yeah, let me sell 10 million of those. So, that's not where it came from. That idea came to me because I wanted to help people genuinely. And it was like, that's an easy thing that I can discount and sell that will impact a lot of people without a ton of work on my end, because I can't meet with people one-on-one for free. I just don't have the hours in the day, but a course is something that kind of, works itself. Once I let people in, it's self-paced and they manage it themselves. But, it does help long-term. I'd be lying if I said it didn't, obviously, and it wasn't a part of a sales funnel, if you will. Hopefully the people who bought that discounted course will find themselves in a better economic situation if they're struggling right now. And a year down the line, they're going to be like, remember that person who helped me out when I was in a time of need. If you are helping your local business community, one, because you want to, I think that's important. Don't be disingenuous. But if you are doing that, again, when these restaurants, hotels, whatever, get back on their feet, they're probably going to remember the person who came in and gave them free social media advice. So these are just some things to keep in mind. Again, I don't want to come across as like slimy and saying like volunteer because you want stuff for you out of it. That's not why you should do it or give stuff away. But it is a way that you can sell and kind of build your pipeline and at least feel a little bit less slimy about it if you're offering something that's truly helpful for people in return. I mean, all of your offers should be truly helpful for people in return, but especially if you're kind of giving like a little bonus or a little deal, sometimes that can soften the icky feeling that sales kind of gives. And I guess the last thing, especially for like my social media managers out there and things like that, is be mindful of the types of businesses that you're pitching to, obviously. If you are a food blogger, maybe don't ask for comped meals right now. Well, number one, that's not really possible in a lot of places right now. But, things like that. Like be mindful of pitching your social media services. I know I mentioned that a lot of restaurants and things like that probably need help optimizing. So I would tread that lightly. Obviously, you don't want to go and pitch a $1,200 package to like the mom and pop shop that is like barely hanging on. You know, you still want to make sure that you are doing things in an appropriate way and that you're reading the room and not coming at people, dangling something in front of them. Hey, this is going to help you so much. I know you can't afford it. Like, you don't want to be that type of person. So be mindful, be intentional. And I said this in, I think it was one of my trainings in one of my groups, but people want to be entertained right now too. And I think that's important to keep in mind. I don't want to be sold to, but I'll buy something if you entertain me first. If you give me entertainment, if you give me knowledge, I will probably buy something, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to buy stuff right now. I'm looking to be entertained. A lot of people are home. A lot of people are really stressed out, have a lot of anxiety, and they need a little bit of a break. They need a little bit of a release. And, you know, as much as you can kind of keep that in your mind as you're creating content, don't just plaster things on your Instagram stories saying, buy this, buy this. Entertain them, connect with them, have free webinars, free Zoom calls, you know, warm up your audience a little bit, let them get to know you, let them ask you questions, and then sell to them. Don't just like go in. And that's true for any time, not just during crises. So that's it. And with that said, I really don't want to harp on this topic. I sent an email last week and I said that. Don't want to harp on this topic, but it's a struggle for me because I was like, okay, I posted a couple of videos in my groups and that's it. And then everybody was like, oh my gosh, can you give me tips on this? Can you update me on that? My Instagram DMs, I spent all of Monday and Tuesday answering Instagram DMs about stuff like this. So I figured I'd make a couple of videos. Hopefully this is helpful. Obviously, if like any major developments happen, I will probably update you guys, but I don't plan to, you know, turn this into like crisis management channel. I want to really bring you guys joy, make you guys laugh, bring you value, entertain you, all of that good stuff. So if you have any video requests or video ideas, things that you want me to talk about, let me know, because I hope to be a little bit of a distraction from the chaos that is the world right now. Yeah, I think that's all I got. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys, you know, are staying positive. And I will talk to you in my next video very soon. Bye.